You know what it's hitting for. This is Magnolia Levee, and I'm rocking with Video Wayne on Rare Report.
So, we're gonna get right into it, man. Everything hot in the city again. Gangsta got out, kicked up. I don't want to say kicked up dust, but he created some waves.
Yeah,
you know.
I saw the interviews you talking about with the.
Yeah.
Which interviews you talking about? The what his name is?
Vlad.
With Vlad. Yeah, I saw all of Vlad interviews. You feel me? But I expected that from Giggity. You feel me?
Yeah.
Giggity been a real like character. Like dude been flamboyant. He been had that swagger that I don't give a fuck swagger. You feel me?
Right.
So why would he stop now? You feel me?
Right. He come home. And then he more excited.
Yeah, he excited to be at home, man. You know, man. Truth be told, like niggas acting like Giggity to be played with. You feel me? Like if you didn't come outside when Giggity was outside, you shouldn't have no opinion on him. Whatever he dealing with, you know, I'm gonna keep it 100 with people saying, "Oh, he'll rap about this and he'll rap about that." I don't have no opinion on that. Cause he basically laid the foundation for me, you feel me? He was the one out there slinging iron and running Willow Street and all of that. It was basically like a revolving door, like a job. Like, you know what, when one person loses a job, they hire somebody else. That's basically like how it was. When Giggity lose one soldier, he had another soldier tweaking. I've been even brainwashed like that before, you feel me? I felt like my neighborhood is my neighborhood. I'm willing to put it on the line prior to me growing up and getting wise, you feel me? But man, you disrespected Magnolia in front of me? Like, man, this is different. Like, this is a different type of time. Like, no, that's a no-go. That's a never, you never do that. Like the young man, you would never be able to say nothing about the Magnolia in front of me. I go to the dance, concert, it's whatever. We wore camouflage, Soulja Reeboks, and we coming in there on that shit.
Gangsta to have that caliber of thought process. I know he's a thinker. Would you say he's clever, he's smart?
Oh yeah, he's real clever, you feel me? And as a saying, I would say, he really is a staple for when they say, this chestnut checkers. You feel me? Like he one of the first people that I could recognize for that for. Or OG Charlie Brown used to tell me like, we believed in, it was always like a little saying too, like if you was a real nigga in our neighborhood, it was always like, oh, you rolling or you folding. Charlie Brown used to always say that, you feel me? Like when we out on the outskirts, if you see somebody out on the Magnolia and they on the outskirts and they outnumbered or something about to happen to them, you basically got to hold them down because it's either you rolling or you folding. You can't be halfway with this shit. Yeah, you can't be halfway with it. So we basically, like you might look at us as friends on our neighborhood, but we really brothers at the end of the day.
No, next question. Who is Hot Beezo?
Hot Beezo? That's just like a hood legend, the landlord, you feel me?
Right.
Is he from the Nolia? This official, you feel me? If you want to know who he is, you look him up, you feel me?
Could you say what part of the Nolia you grew up in?
Willow Street, you feel me? Willow Street.
Willow Street.
That's the original hot boy, you feel me?
Yeah. So okay, and see, and that's the thing, right? That's the thing. The money is crazy. So if Gangsta talking that hot boy, so he's a hot boy, real hot boy, and then how Beezo was a real hot boy, but now he feuding. Could you get into what happened or why that came about or how that came about?
Basically, like for my standpoint, that's basically like hood shit. You feel me? We shouldn't discuss that type of shit over the internet. You feel me? Because I feel like that's a law. You feel me? Like, man, I'm gonna protect the brand at all costs. You feel me? Magnolia is Magnolia. Believe it or not, that's how I'm rocking at the end of the day. If I got a problem with one of my homies out the Magnolia, I should be able to pull up and we should be able to handle that face to face and leave it at that. I shouldn't be on the internet bashing him, knowing that I grew up with him. You feel me? That's like me saying, oh, this person over here, bitch ass. And the whole time we've been running together. So that means to tell me you a bitch ass for been running with him. You feel me? So I don't do like when it's hood shit, I'd rather just keep it in hood, you feel me? And I'm just gonna speak on that with only people from my hood.
Right. When you clarify that you're not taking sides, and would you say?
Oh no, I'm not gonna take no sides in that. That's giggity and that's hot issue, you feel me? That's OGs and that's above my level, you feel me?
Gotcha. Would you say they're about the same age?
Yeah, they're about the same age.
So we talked about, okay, we got into it. Could you say, were they ever close?
Yes. Yeah, they were close. Yeah, they're original Hot Boys. Right. It don't get no closer than that, you feel me?
Because I hear Gangsta talk a lot, when you say the Hot Boys, you may only think of Gangsta and Speedo doing the Sterling. But then there was much more. There was Stone and Hot
Come on, man. You know that. Mm-hmm. They just at odds right now, you feel me? Hopefully they could get past that and move forward, you feel me? And I just like the whole internet thing with me, with people speaking on other people on the internet, and like that shit phony to me, you feel me? That's phony to me. Like, man, if you wasn't off the poach when they was off the poach, you shouldn't have no opinion on them. If you ain't never came on Willow Street when Giggity was out and about, you shouldn't be talking about nothing that happened on Willow or nothing out the Magnolia, none of that. I don't care what part of the hood you from. If you wasn't on Willow Street when Giggity was out there, when Hot was out there, you shouldn't be speaking on that. I don't care if you old or young. If you didn't put in no work, you shouldn't be speaking on it.
And once again, bro, if they watch my channel, they're going to already orientate on what Willow Street is, but briefly, real quick, what is Willow Street?
Oh, Willow Street is a street in the Magnolia Project. That's the wildest street, home of the head busters, you feel me? Wild Willow, like we come up like, you know how Denzel said on the movie, like you could claim anything else, but don't claim this. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was through there. You couldn't just come hang around there. You just couldn't pass through. You had to have a pass.
Name big time names, motherfuckers who, before rap, before New Orleans was even known for rapping, name some of the big time names who could hang on Willow Street and could be out there.
Oh, shit, you got Eric Maurice, you got Black and Mo, Ronald Camooch, you got Doug Lou, you got Shorty B, you got the twins, Terrence and Bit. Like, man, this shit deep in, you feel me? We got, man, dog, believe it or not, Black and Mo hung on, that was, Willow Street was our block, you feel me? Like, I done got beat up before by Black and Mo as a child, like, you know, roughed up, not like literally like beat up, like, that's how they built our character from our block, you feel me?
Who is Black and Mo? Want to know?
Black and Mo is like an OG out our neighborhood. Black and Mo. I mean, Black and Mo is an OG out our neighborhood. So that's how I really like got known in my neighborhood. Basically, I went to the store. We had a store in our neighborhood on Washington and Willow, and it was called Mike's. But they had a guy that cooked in the back and was the butcher, and his name was Eric. But so my mama used to send me every other day to get meat and bread from the store. So like one day during the week, my mama sent me to get some meat and bread. But you know, this Black and Mo, you know, I'm young. You know, you hear all the rumors and shit like that. Don't play with Black and Mo, such and such. So that boy called me over when I had my mama meat and bread, you feel me? And made a sandwich. And closed my shit back up and sent me back home.
When you bad,
man, they made a sandwich. I'm talking about this summertime. It's like 90 degrees out. You know, old New Orleans, pre-Katrina. This nigga made a sandwich.
Nigga did the shit respectfully. I had to put it back in the
and fold the bitch back up and put it back up. I got home, my mama like, what the f***? What's happened to the meat and bread? Why it's open? I'm like, oh, he made a sandwich. My mama was like, who the f*** made a sandwich? And you know, I basically told my mama like, Black and Mo made a sandwich. So my mama, she didn't trip or whatever, but she told me that shit better not never happen again, you heard me?
Right.
So another thing, about 3 weeks go by, I get caught again, coming home with meat and bread. That nigga called me over like, man, come here. So I'm on my shit now, I'm like, man, I ain't about to get no another ass whipping in my house. Even though, you know, I'm a kid, but I'm looking at it like, man, you ain't about to get this here meat and bread. So that nigga ran me down and everything, you heard me? Punching on me, bam, 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 bam. I done started punching back and I bit his leg. The boy picked me up and stopped and was like, go ahead on, I'm gonna let you live, you heard me? And let me go home with my shit. The next day he called me and we sat on the boat, we talking. And he was like, yeah, man, that's what you're supposed to do, fight back for everything, you feel me? And from that, then on that point, I basically just was hanging and started hanging and that's how I got my stripes in my neighborhood.
Bro, this might sound stupid, but was Black and Mo part of the Hot Boys?
No, Black and Mo wasn't part of the Hot Boys. That was like pre-Giggity. Black and Mo was out there like pre-Giggity, you feel me?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, is he still around right now?
Oh no, he wound up getting killed in New Orleans.
Okay, yeah.
But you know, on my strip, it was a whole lot of a lot of people might look at it as a bad neighborhood, but it really was protected neighborhood too. Like I said, you just couldn't hang. You ain't had no problems with nobody getting hurt in our neighborhood. If they said something about you was something, you better not come in my neighborhood. You feel me? So we basically was well protected. You got one-eyed Lenny out there all day, chase you around, beat you up too. You feel me? So we literally grew up as boys. Like we had that man figure in our life, even if your daddy wasn't in your household.
Yeah, so like a village,
Yeah, it basically was like a village, you feel me? And then you gotta look at hot motherfucker had a what? I think he had a green Firebird, green Firebird, brand new, smack brand new. That's when I first was like, man, I'm gonna be a hustler, you feel me? Then right after he had the green Firebird, Giggity come through with a I think he had a QX a Q70 Infinity truck. Yeah. Clean choppers on it. That's when you know Cash Money was popping. Then they had the choppers, you know, the blade rims on the Infinity truck. That bitch was clean, you feel me?
See, we're talking about that too, right? Because they glamorize New York shit a lot, which I love. The Paid Fools, the Ace and all them. Yeah. But we take that same context and put it with the Hot Boys on some New Orleans shit. I mean,
Giggity was one of the first people I ever saw with the photo Mercedes-Benz with the phone in the inside. Right after his truck got shot up and then it got burnt up, he bounced right back like 3 days later and came with a navy blue Benz with the phone in the inside of that bitch, you feel me? Like pulled that bitch up on Willow Street and let us get in there and play. Pull up and messing with the kids and letting them talk on the phone and shit like that.
So he was a young when Gangsta was in his prime?
I would say I was about I'm gonna say like 10, between 10 and 14. Okay. Cause I remember when I first started hustling, I think this right before Giggity went to jail, I was tweaking for a Jabot outfit. You know, I wanted the whole jean Jabot outfit with the beanie and shit like that, with the do-rag under. You know, that's when you know the Rockefeller and all that shit was popping too. You feel me? So you know, a nigga was out here hustling. You feel me? And you know, it was just, man, through my whole life, my hood really been motivation for me. You feel me? Every step of my life, I had some type of motivation from somebody from my neighborhood, even if it was the outskirts too. I ain't gonna just lie and just say it was my hood only. But you had women that was balling in my hood. They got an OG in my hood named Big Tracy. She had a motorbike, a gold I think it was a Cantana, a gold motorbike. Dog, when I tell you this bike was clean, and every day I used to be hustling, get me a quarter. Give me a 7-gram quarter for 500. And try to flip it just so I could go put down on a bike, you feel me? And that's how I wound up getting a Chrysler Seabreeze. But I wanted the bike, but I wound up getting a Chrysler Seabreeze used with that, you feel me? And it just kept motivating me to go farther and farther.
That was right to my next question. Did you ever get to a point where you were like close to being on a level, being on a level where they can call you major?
Like, you know, like really when you mean like major, when you mean in major, like in New Orleans, it don't mean that you always gotta have money, you feel me? Cause you can skip a process of having money and become a major too by killing. Like we glorify killing too, you feel me? Like I can skip that process. I ain't gotta be a hunter. If I go to whacking everything and everybody know about that trigger play, it's basically we're gonna start handing you money, paying draft, you feel me?
When you put fear in them,
yeah, you basically put fear in them, you feel me?
Would you say that was black and white?
Like man,
that put fear in people now.
Well, of course he gonna put fear in people, you feel me? He ain't play, he was with it, you feel me? Whatever level, whatever type of smoke you had, whatever, whatever he with it, you feel me?
You mentioned earlier, Gangsta truck got burned.
Yeah.
And then, I saw the video, his interview recently about how it happened.
Oh yeah, I saw that he revealed like Killa Stone had burnt his truck, you feel me? You know, I could believe that he didn't know that. Cause who willing to drop their nuts and tell Giggity that, oh, Killa Stone burnt your truck? Like, that's both ways, that's playing both ways. Like, Killa might be mad, or he might be mad. And just think, oh, so you wouldn't tell him my business or whatever. Killa feel some type of way.
Right.
You feel me? So I could believe ain't nobody smoke on it, you feel me? And the whole project was out there when it happened.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So everybody knew this.
Yeah, everybody knew this.
But after and prior to that, how was their relationship, Gangsta and
Oh, they was still the same. It was still the same. That's just brotherly love. You feel me? When you got to show a person that you need to be played with both ways. You feel me? Giggity probably laughed at this shit like, man, this nigga crazy. You feel me? Like it's not always that serious enough to where you could lose a bond. You feel me? Like Journell. That was my. Journell was growing up. All us grew up together. Journell grew up with me. You feel me? Like when I was young, Journell actually almost knocked my front teeth out. Slapped me with a pair of grip pliers to take a bite from me. You feel me? You know I was kind of heavy set, so I'm bigger than Journell. Journell like a little slim guy. You feel me? Slapped me with a pair of grip pliers. You feel me? It took me almost a year to get him back. You feel me? To get him back. I basically, we had a fight right like a year later after he slapped me and almost knocked my teeth out my mouth. But that was just how we was raised, you feel me?
But people want to know, that I hear about him, I never heard about him. Who was Journell?
That's Journell.
Yeah.
He's basically like
nephew of Birdman?
Huh?
What was he, a nephew?
No, he wasn't a nephew of Birdman. He just like a Sanders, you feel me? A real like gangster little nigga, you feel me? How Jesus started coming around to Magnolia. That's what you mean? Like how you got Jesus really is basically, some people would consider Jesus Magnolia. Man, Jesus really hung on Willow Street like all day, every day. Even though, he might have was hustling or either come and get loaded or whatever, but Jesus really was out there. That's the first person I rapped to out of Cash Money was Jesus, you feel me? That's why me and Jesus got a real bond. Like Giggity literally stayed in the next building from me. It was Giggity house and we had Trelly, Johnny, then you had Angel and them over there. And then, like every day when I come out, Jizzle would be out there early bumping his music in his Mercedes. He had the Benz wagon then, you feel me? Like hard. So, and I went to Fauché too, you feel me? So Jizzle always wanted to drop it and get off at school so he could see the little holes and shit like that, you feel me? Okay. And plus, I was happy for Jizzle to drop me off. I'm hopping out the bag, passing out flyers, me and BG Derrick, you feel me?
Yeah, okay. You and Derrick are about the same age, right? BG is older than y'all?
Yeah, BG older than us.
Okay. Say, let's get into the boy Longer Black.
Well, Longer Black. Longer Black off Willow Street too.
Wait, you want to say it again?
Huh?
Say it again.
Longer Black off Willow Street too. Or OG off of Willow Street.
Yeah. When you say OG, was he kind of like in the era of Black and Gold?
No, he up in the era of Soulja Slim, Gangsta them, you feel me? Like, fuck, if they listen to the interviews, you'll hear where Giggity say he got the Mac 11 from Chicken, you feel me? From Lager. Like, a lot of people don't know Lager Black and Chicken is the same person, you feel me? Like, on the internet, they call him Lager Black, or, he gained that name later on down the line, but, everybody in the hood know him as Chicken. That's Lager Black, that's the same person, you feel me? But Lager been slinging on, you feel me? Like, all of them is, like, older than me, and when I go to DJs and shit like that, that's who we see out there, and that's who we tend to take to and hang up under, you feel me? Like, for me, being a youngster, I always wanted to go to the Circle. Like 6 and Clara, that's the Circle. That's where everybody really all the hard shit.
That's a Circle in the project?
Yeah, a Circle in the project. That's where the police can't really spot you or see you and shit like that. So everybody go over there at nighttime and hang out and shoot the little breeze or whatever and fuck with their little hoes or whatever. But you couldn't come over there if it wasn't about business. You feel me?
Gotcha. You said he was in the Soulja Slim, was he considered Soulja Slim's best friend?
Yeah, that was Soulja Slim's best friend. Yeah.
Wow. Damn. Like all the partners Slim had, so Longer was really Slim's best friend. Damn, that's powerful.
I could say that. Yeah. Cause everybody have a different relationship with Slim. You feel me? Cause you got Longer Black, you got 6 Shot, you got OG Stuff. You feel me? And fuck, Stuff is basically like Slim, you know how when somebody that's just like you, and whenever you need to get checked too, Stuff was that type of nigga to Slim, you feel me? Slim could do anything to anybody else, but him and Stuff, they going, what they say, water and Earl. They don't mix, you feel me? But they hang together every day. They'll fight and be right back and be like, bitch, what's up? Every day, you feel me? Cause Stuff was the same height as him and Stuff ain't give a fuck neither, you feel me?
Yeah. And I remember you spoke on, I had to give you relate to this nigga shit, but it did make me pop in my mind. You say OG, you said Slim fought OG back in the day. Gangsta spoke on that shit too. Is that the same person? Stuff?
Yeah, he fought Stuff.
He said that's when I knew Slim was a real man. And when he stood up to OG, he said the nigga loved and it was all love.
Yeah, and then he had a fight with Hog too. Hog is a guy from our neighborhood named Claudia B. Okay. Them niggas will fight for like 30 minutes. Just mixing, you heard me? I'm talking about they had a fight, but the real thing is that it was all basically over like hustling in the neighborhood. You hear me? They kept on bumping heads or whatever. It was about to be pistol play. But them niggas both being so real and they know each other. Man, you know our mamas know each other mamas, them play cards. Like them niggas were like, fuck it, man, let's just scrap it out and get it over with. And what they did was they went on the basketball court, fought each other for about 30, 40 minutes. And they wound up laughing this shit off because both of them was out of breath in 30 minutes and they wound up getting, you know, somebody ran to the store and got them some Gatorades. I can't remember exactly, like, if it was Gatorades or cold drinks, and they wound up smoking a cigarette sitting right there just laughing about the shit. But they got buku people that have verified that, you feel me? You got OG Kenny Black that was out there, then you got Jopper, I was out there, Duke out there, T-Weezy. You know, the hood was out there.
Movie shit, for real. All that shit was captured on film. That shit would be a 5-star movie.
Yeah, back then I didn't know, like, you know, how major shit was in my neighborhood. Like, you feel me? Like, we really had women and shit running our neighborhoods and shit, you feel me? Like, you look back at the times, like, we had OGs like Javonda. You got, Javonda. She one of the OGs that stayed on, she stayed on 6 Cross up downstairs from hairdresser Vanessa, you feel me? Vanessa the hairdresser. You know, if you go way back to Soulja Slim, Powder Bag and shit like that, you'll hear him say Vanessa the hairdresser, you feel me? Like our shit really was a movie, you feel me? Like this nigga made this bitch a movie, you feel me? And then you got people like Medication, Slim Map Medication Up. Stop on Willow, get me some medication. And he was basically talking about smoke back then, you feel me? From a lady, her nickname was Medication, you feel me? On Willow Street, you feel me? And then you had you had people like my auntie Deb was a hustler, you feel me? Like we had a lot of women hustlers in our neighborhood too. My best friend Tuna, his mama was a hustler, you feel me? Val, you feel me? Like had the cleanest cutlers uptown, you feel me? Like it just don't be no one-sided shit. Like we really had love in our neighborhood too. But if you cross it the wrong way, this shit could flip, you feel me? Cause like right after Giggity Mama got shot, that's when shit just changed, you feel me? That's when Giggity was like just on it. Like it was basically, as a young nigga, we couldn't go, we had to go inside for 3 o'clock, you feel me? Like this nigga really had the hood on turn, you feel me? Every time a car passed, everybody just started running and shit, you feel me?
Say, bro, that's serious from being the shot your mom. That's how serious that shit is.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's how serious he was, you feel me? Like you feel me? After that,
he created that situation for himself, being
out. Yeah, like being flamboyant and balling and shit. Like, man, you gotta think, man, this man had a motherfucking whole photo, big body Benz on Willow Street, just sit there all day. Cause Giggity not the type of person that just ride around and move around. He had everything come to him, you feel me? So his shit just sit out there all day. And for the youngsters, for us, we could go up to his car and we probably could have got the car and did something with it, you feel me? Cause he really didn't care about the shit, you feel me?
Yeah, he was cool like that.
Yeah, and he was cool like that.
And they say gangsters.
Like Gangsta the type of nigga, like sad it is, like Beezo too. Beezo, like if Beezo see you with some busted up shoes on, Beezo gonna shoot you 150 or something and be like, go to the mall and get you some tennis shoes and shit, you feel me? Or either, you know, niggas be frontin' like they ain't never ran errands for niggas. Like, them the type of niggas you won't run errands for as a kid, you feel me? Like, man, look, man, yeah, you know you gonna keep the change, you feel me? And not no $10 change. I'm talking about $200. Like, bitch, yeah, go play, you feel me? And that's just our lingo when we say bitch, you feel me? That's just lingo how we talk in our neighborhood. A lot of people might get offended by bitch, but in our neighborhood, it's like, I'ma just say New Orleans period, bitch really ain't disrespectful. They could be like, wake up in the morning, like, what's that, bitch? You feel me? That's how we just talk.
Was how he loved a rapper?
Like how Beezo did some rap songs later on down the line, but he wasn't like full pursuing to be no rapper or nothing like that.
They would put an album on it.
Nah,
there's some features and shit.
Like you know the Magnolia Boys, they got the album, and you know Cito, LD Herb, and you know they whole album. That album was fire too. The whole album was produced by Track Addict, Dickie, and Crack Tracks.
Would you say how he's the rap?
Yeah, he can rap. Yeah, he know how to rap. He got a song with Wacko. If you look it up on YouTube, he got a song with Wacko, and he also got a song with Magnolia Chop. Okay. Magnolia Chop off of Willow Street too. Even though, like, you know, when you know, a lot of people don't know Chop off of Willow Street. You feel me? Like Chop really, like, you know, like he might play or whatever, but that's Magnolia Chop. Chop off Willow Street, like. Fuck.
Oh, that nigga the hook man.
Yeah, the hook man. That nigga really is a beast with that shit. I'm talking about being a beast with that hook shit. You feel me? Like Turk out the TC and Juve, them, they all out the TC. But my uncle Zoe, he actually lived in the TC. So that's how.
TC, what is that?
That's the Tyler Downer Court. Okay. So that's how I was able to be all through the neighborhood. You feel me? Like that's how my grandma get her messages to me when I gotta go inside. When it get dark, you feel me? Like, that shit'll make it to the old side on me. I'll be sitting on the porch or something, fucking with Turk, or trying to get my hair cut. And then they gonna be like, boy, Miss Nell, she's screaming your name, boy, you better get your fucking ass home. And my Uncle Zoa come out that bitch and be like, man, get the fuck and go home, you feel me? But you know, yeah, but you know, them niggas was hustlers too. My Uncle Zoe, and then you had Black Yogi on that side, and you had Rusty. And you had Juve, that's when Juve was cutting hair, you feel me? But Juve always been like a mean type nigga, you feel me? Juve always used to be like, man, y'all get the fuck from around here, y'all making it hot, you feel me? But that's just Juve.
Juve was a little older too, right?
Yeah, Juve was older than us, but he wasn't old as them, you feel me? Juve was basically like a nigga young uncle, you feel me? Like he always like put the law down, like put a nigga in a sleep or punch a nigga out and shit like that. Shit like that.
Yeah, he was like, he stood out just being old, but he kind of stood out being different when it came to the Hot Boys.
Yeah, you know that part, like when you say, like a lot of people might be like juvenile for a while as to the world that's juvenile, but to us that's to nut, you feel me? Like a nigga be like, man, don't go on that post, that nigga to nut be tripping, you feel me? In order to be a rapper in New Orleans, you had to battle and had to go places. Like that's how me and McMahon got so close, you feel me? I told you, me and McMahon, we used to meet up around Xavier and used to challenge each other or go around there to challenge people. And that's how our bond got stricken like that, you feel me?
I saw some footage
Oh yeah, that was at Jonathan Bender house. Me and Mac was in there freestyling, you feel me? But yeah, that was at the, what video that was? Love Me or Love Me Not video shoot, you feel me?
See, I remember you speaking on the time you got shot, and you said he was the only real industry nigga to come and see you.
Yeah.
Aside from BG.
Aside from BG, yeah, he was the only nigga came in that bitch and saw me.
Bro, we got to touch one before, I got two more heavyweights on here. But before we get into it, you mentioned, we talked about Killa Stone.
Killa Stone?
Yeah. How would you explain Killa Stone's character? Who's
fuck, that's one of the landlords in the Magnolia. Like, Killa was just like, Killa was like really like, what I can say, like motivation for everybody, bro. Man, Killa ain't have a hater bone in his body, dog. This one person I know, like he would be mad with you if you ain't pushing yourself to your full potential. Like he one of them type of people, like man, he really wanted out of the neighborhood. Not saying that the Magnolia was bad, but he really wanted something better for everybody, you feel me? Like Killa was one of them type of, he see you hurting, like don't on your ass, and you know niggas laugh at you and be like, oh, you get loaded or some shit like that. Killa ain't find that type of shit funny. He found that type of shit as like crippling, you feel me? Like man, like you know, he the type of that'll lift you up like when you really down, you feel me? Like even though he know you get loaded, he'll still give you money.
That's love for real.
He'll still come pick you up and put you in the car with him for where we was and when heroin was hitting, for somebody to actually come pick somebody out that's on heroin and trust them at that time, that lets you know he had to be a real nigga, you feel me? Like Killa really was like one of those people, like if everybody got dressed in the neighborhood and it's a holiday and you ain't getting nothing, Killa gonna make sure you get something. Like even if it's last minute, that nigga gonna go out his way.
Well, he seemed to be the only one like mutual.
Yeah.
Not only with the Hot Boys, but just peer. Like
and he wasn't loud spoken, you feel me? He wasn't loud spoken. He was more of like an action type person. Like that's one thing about him. Ain't no turning back once you make him mad, you feel me? Like you done with him, you feel me? Like he might let you live, but you done in his book. Don't ever say nothing to him. Don't ever, you feel me? Ain't no coming around no more, none of that, you feel me? But I actually got the good side of him cause you know, I knew somebody from out his court, Miss Lisa, and I also always ran with Wack, you feel me? And Wack was this little right-hand man, you feel me? And so I always got the good side of him, you feel me? Cause he was like, man, what you coming around for, you feel me?
You ever hear any stories about Killa Stone? I think he got the name Killa Stone, right? That was just his rap name, you know?
No, fuck, that's just Killa Stone, you feel me? Like, you know, fuck, that's Killa Stone, you feel me? I still remember that boy rap. That boy was like, I shoot with both hands, drive with my knees. Like, yeah, that was off the UPT compilation, you feel me?
Yeah. There was a rapper too that he got, what he signed with for Cash Money one time?
Yeah, he fucked with Cash Money, and he also was signed to UPT. And of course, you know, he was a D-boy, you feel me? Shout out my nigga Lack, you feel me? I actually was signed to Lack record label too before. Lack had a record label called Made Figures. And that's basically how I got over there to get round Lack, was from Killa Stone. And my partner Monty, OG Monty, you feel me? You know, they basically had started their record label. And they was like, they was gonna offer me with the music, you feel me? Cause at that time, I think Gangsta had went to jail and they had Uptown Superstars cause Gangsta had the record label Shot Calls. At the end of the day, bro, when you be saying like connect with Cash Money, we all connected to Cash Money some type of way. At the end of the day, that's still Bird, you feel me? That's Bird, man. He just run a record label. Like at the end of the day, if I see Bird, I'm gonna be able to holler. He's still gonna treat me like his nephew. And you know, like, it's just, you mean like, for a while, just putting money behind him, you know, give him that look, yeah. Like that's up to Bird, you feel me? You know, this shit, sometimes it fall good, sometimes it don't, you feel me?
How's your Bird relationship?
Oh, me and Bird relationship, fuck, it's Birdman relationship, you feel me? You know how he do. Bird the type of nigga, you know, you gotta bump into Bird, and that's when, you know, you have, you know.
It's always love.
Yeah, it's gonna always be love, cause fuck, he know me since a kid, you feel me? And I done stayed in Birdman house. I done fuck, you feel me? Ain't no way around that. If he done let you in this house, man, Bird always gonna have love for you.
See, speaking of that.
And at the end of the day, Hot Beezo is my nigga, you feel me? Like Hot Beezo really raised me, bro. Like, man, them, every time I come outside, they outside. But they outside before me, you feel me? Them the OGs. Like when I'm sandlocked playing ball, they right there. Doing what they do.
That's amazing, bro. Damn. Oh shit, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh shit. Damn, something about Nolia too. Oh, we saying Bird. I was saying, because you was there, right? And there's a lot more about this shit online right now too, about the whole Wack 100 start, that bullshit wave about Bird and I don't know if it's bullshit or not, but about Birdman and Gangsta not really being brothers. With you being around at that time, could you say for sure that's real or that they are really brothers because you got to see be around you younger?
Yeah, for me growing up, from what I know, they brothers. You feel me? That's basically it's the same thing as I told you. Like when we come up as kids, like I ran with Bussy, Cortez, and Big Head Kim, and all of them. Like right now, I feel like them my brothers. You feel me? And can't nobody tell me nothing different. You feel me?
I mean, as far as blood brothers.
Blood brothers, like, see, I don't know. I'm not old enough to know that. You feel me? Like, I could say a name that's out there that's older than us, that's fathered a lot of kids in the neighborhood, and they got brothers that don't even rock with each other. That's brothers. You feel me?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
That's in our neighborhood. They got the same last name and everything, but they just haven't been introduced to each other as brothers. But they know they got the same dad.
That's crazy. That's weird. Actually.
Because in the older days, like people be married, but the wife don't want to meet the mistress and shit like that. You feel me? And that never set up where they had a relationship with the kids together. You feel me?
So, bro, why out of all the projects in New Orleans, was it 8, 9? I'm not sure how many the project was, but why the Magnolia house so much fucking talent, bro? Why most of the talent come from Nolia? And not even just talent, but
attention period. Cause I think I believe it's cause of Giggity and Birdman them and people before us who was always stunners, you feel me? Like Ronald Camuch was one of the shyest niggas in the world, you feel me? Like ballads every day, like silk shirts. Like, man, Ronald Camuch was really on that sharp shit, you feel me? And for that, it was like you had other people who probably was into fashion too, you feel me? And it just trickled down because Giggity was a shy, like man, Giggity wore Air Max with the jogging suits, Gucci buckle boots. You know what I'm talking about? I think they was calf high. It was brown with a gold buckle on them. Like Giggity, the first that had the pair. Then I saw Josephine Johnny with the whole leather brown outfit on. You feel me? Like Herc off of Josephine. Them two dressing alike. Like it was always a fashion statement with our neighborhood too. Like we got some fly people in New Orleans, you feel me?
And they were living a rapper lifestyle.
Yeah, before, you feel me? Like, I think all that really comes from Stunner feeling played with the Puff thing, and from there, that stunt shit just took over New Orleans, you feel me? And us being the Magnolia and having leeway and access to money, you know, we gonna turn each other up. Like I said, Saturday is Jordan Day with Giggity, you feel me? Giggity will wait till Saturday, and if a Jordan dropped or whatever, the whole set will go get white t-shirts and everybody wear Jordans and shit, you feel me?
Damn, this shit was fucking
nice. If you go back and look at pictures and all of that, 95 Air Max, man, if you was out the Magnolia, you had to have a pair of them. Even though it was Soulja Town, you feel me? Like, you know, we rock Soldiers when we go into concerts with Slim and shit like that. But 95 Air Max and shit like that, when you jump inside with the jogging suits, like I told you, one Christmas I blew my whole little profit, everything on a Jabot outfit, you feel me? From out of, I think that was Nouveau inside of Macy's. That's when Macy's was connected to the Superdome.
Right, that shit.
Like, yeah.
See, bro, talk about this. Before we close out, talk about this. How Birdman made that shit famous, because at one time the word stunting, that shit was frowned upon. Like niggas wasn't about to be called stunting. But then Birdman took it and put a whole different twist on it
and made it like a staple. Like you know, niggas used to ride factory real wheels on cars. Like, man, I said that in one of my rap. I was like, this is all truth, no cap. I came in this shit with a Chrysler Seabreeze on hubcaps. Why would I lie? Look at me now, I own shit. Y'all niggas be on shit. I say, damn, this is life, God. Y'all gotta be haters. If y'all go to the club to watch it in water, y'all a lifeguard. You feel me? So, you know, it's basically like you always wanted to stunt. You feel me? Like, he made that shit about diamonds. Like, when you get a car, as soon as I got my used car, I was like, man, I gotta go get me some rims. I ain't give a fuck if that bitch made it one block. I had to go get me some 20s, because that was the thing. Slap it on 20s, you feel me?
Yeah.
And he just made that shit, just put that shit in the front row. Even if that bitch ain't moving forward or fast, you know, one thing, you can pull up at the DJ and that bitch sitting out there on them things. And the hoes respecting that, you feel me? Because that justified you as being a hustler. You had something about yourself. Stunting made you feel like you had something about yourself.
Damn. Yeah, with Birds of the Nation too, boy.
Yeah.
That's the thing to do.
Yeah.
You're flipping the shit on.
Yeah. Even if you had one color, you'll hustle, you'll keep that color for 1 month and then you'll flip it and get it painted another color, you feel me? You know, he was actually playing, like, cause you know he came, hung in the Magnolia for a little while, like after Duna had passed away. And he ran down on the dice game and he was like, y'all, everybody give it up.
Who you speaking of?
On 10 War Fact.
Okay.
So he had ran down on the dice game with the bang out, like everybody give it up. You know, for me being young and arrogant, you know, I'm thinking like crazy. Like, I'm like, man, I ain't about to give up shit. Like, man, you know, you as a youngster, you be dumb as a motherfucker, you feel me? So he snatched the money from the dice game and just tell it to empty it out their pocket, you feel me? So I ain't gonna say no names or whatever, but some people started emptying it out their pockets or whatever. So he gathered the money up. Huh?
Some people we know.
Yeah, some people we know. Yeah, the hood will know who they is too, you feel me? But after he got all the money up, he was like, man, y'all getting some bitch ass niggas, you feel me? And wound up giving them their money back. He was like, man, I ain't gonna rob y'all, you feel me? Like, and then he was like, he wound up liking me only because my best friend Tuna was his man's, you feel me? So he felt like he could trust me. And he saw like when he went with the robbery move on the dice game, he saw like I was giving hesitation, like I wasn't like laying it down or whatever, you feel me? So he was like, that's the type of, they gonna need around him, a nigga who ain't scared, you feel me?
You said, bro, what was his character?
Oh, his character was, I'm gonna say he's loyal. He's loyal, but he also live wire. He's live wire, you feel me? At any given moment it could go down, you feel me? And he be prepared.
How you hanging in Nolia but got a name like Temple Fat?
Because after Dooney got killed, he came back there off of Dooney getting killed with somebody bringing him back there because of Dooney got killed, you feel me?
So where you from?
So he from the Tent Wars, from the St. Thomas.
Okay. Gotcha. So
and he was alive while his first day back there. Anybody who was hustling, basically copping drugs in the St. Thomas and had owed them some money and coming to the Magnolia, he catching all of them, bluesing them, slapping them out with that burner, you heard me?
What's up with what you right now?
Oh, he locked up right now.
Okay. Damn. So he never had no issues because he was up St. Thomas in the Magnolia, he never had no issues?
Nah, he never had no issues like that, you feel me? Cause basically he became a Dooney boy when he came back there. He basically was running with the Dooney boys.
Okay. So that was he was there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you said the Dooney boys, can you tell them where they were?
Basically that's the OG Dooney, one of the original Hot Boys. He had formed his own clique, you feel me? And that just was like the youngsters out the Magnolia. A new form of hustler. When Giggity got popped, basically Dooney just took over.
Okay, and the Dooney boys, it was just like the Hot Boys, or they were worse?
It was basically like, I ain't gonna say worse. It was just us youngsters. Like it was basically a way of life for the youngsters all to get money and be on the same page. Dooney had like a bigger plan than Giggity had, you feel me?
Gotcha.
And he was letting the youngins lead the way, you feel me?
Okay. Whatever happened to Dooney?
Dooney wound up getting killed in a project.
Gotcha. And one name stick out definitely. I know we spoke about it when you said Dooney boys. The first thing that came to my mind is Beezo.
Oh yeah.
So you got any stories when y'all remember about you and Stupid that you remember that sticks out in your mind?
Oh, fuck, you got it on videotape. You can see how Stupid was, the live wire he is, you feel me? When we was at Shakespeare Park, me, him, Tuna, Network, Whack, Moni, Kiki, like all us really was like a real family coming up, like, you feel me?
Yeah. Man, who was that girl?
That was rapping on there?
Yeah.
That's Kiki. Yeah. That's Magnolia Kiki. Yeah. She still living. She out here still, doing her. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah, she actually she should be good because she just had got shot up about 3 months ago. But I talked to her over the phone. She doing good.
She got shot in New Orleans?
Yeah, she got shot in New Orleans.
Okay. She's still, oh shit.
She good though.
Bro, could you say, because it's still wild, right? And New Orleans just got the murder capital back again. They compared it, saying it's worse than
1994.
Yeah. So, would you say any competition?
Yeah, me and my partner Magnolia Levee just was talking about how it was back then versus how it is now. It's almost the same way, but it's just more spread it out.
Okay. So,
shout out to my above. You heard me, Magnolia Levee. What you about to say?
Well, is it the same like you go to the Nolia now? When you compare it with the news, it's totally different.
Like right now they call it home in the Oaks, yeah. And it's basically the same people move back. It's just not as more like what I can say like wide open or drugs through the neighborhood as such as it was like right on and crack. You feel me?
That's all right there, right? I'm shit. I mean, I know we keep going, but where you live as a youngster in the Magnolia, right?
Yeah.
Being surrounded by all these people, famous, whether rappers on that street, industry or street, right? You come out your house, your Magnolia porch, you come to your Magnolia door. Who's surrounding you as far as what people live and shit?
When you walk out my door, I had 2 doors in the project. My first address was 2823, and across from there, I stayed exactly across from Miss May Martha. She was a very good artist. She was a painter. She every project in the neighborhood might have was bricks, but she used to take plywood and she'll put it on the old like abandoned houses, and she'll put it on top of the windows and she'll paint like different stuff on there. And believe it or not, she was like, you go in the house, mostly everything in there, you would, if you walk through her door, you would never in your life believe it was the project, because everything in her house was either white or glass or mirror. And then, you know, she would come outside and she would paint the boards and decorate every holiday. Just, you know, just keeping she would bleach the porch. That also was to keep us from hanging on her porch and hustling out our hallway. That was like, huh? No, I'm good. That was one of the things she would do, like early in the morning. If she knows somebody out there hustling, she gonna come out and hurry up and clean the porch and keep the porch wet, so that way you'll never sit down or want to go up in the hallway to hustle out there. But then after that, you know, you had Booby Black. You feel me? A lot of people don't know this. Booby Black knew how to do graffiti. Like Booby Black, that was one of the things, you would do something in the neighborhood just for Booby Black to spray paint your name on the wall. Like you willing to do anything to get your name sprayed on that wall next to Gangsta, and next to Dungaloo, next to Shorty B, next to Killa Stone. You feel me?
So all that graffiti, especially back in the day, you see a lot of graffiti out there. Most of that was his work.
Yeah, that was mostly his work. Yeah.
Just in the Nolia or around the city?
Just in the Nolia. Well, from what I know of, just in the Nolia.
And I've heard that name before, but it wasn't associated with artistry. Graffiti was associated with like street shit.
Yeah, but Booby is like the #1 person that's the first person I ever saw do it on a good level. I'm talking about not no like scribble scratch graffiti. I'm talking about like real New York subway graffiti. Like nice with it. Paint the whole hood, you feel me?